Hello. Organisation forms the backbone of the amateur cine movement in Britain today. Headed by the Institute of Amateur Cinematographers, and try saying that with a mouthful of cold custard, which is located in utilitarian premises somewhere in Surrey. No wonder they're increasing the subs. At local level, cine clubs are headed by a president, whose main attribute is to have no knowledge of photography whatsoever. The club chairman, on the other hand, should have a fleeting acquaintanceship with the subject, and should never miss the opportunity of boring the pants off the rest of the club members with it. The third member of the triumvirate is the club treasurer. Have you noticed how they all look alike? At a cine club, the newcomer learns all about camera techniques such as lap dissolves and jump cuts, and is soon made aware that there are two main gauges in common use: Super 8 and Standard 8. All clubs appear to have their gadget and equipment men. Unfortunately, there are so many problems to sort out equipment-wise that these people seldom, if ever, get round to actually making films. The dedicated filmmaker, on the other hand, never seems able to afford the equipment he would like and has to make do with whatever he can lay his hands on, even a brownie box. Producing the club film is the season's highlight for the more go-ahead cine club, and usually a vast array of helpers are on hand to assist with production. The production team includes the director, the cameraman, the scriptwriter, the sound recordist, the lighting engineer, and last but not least, the continuity girl. Most amateurs content themselves with making holiday films, of which this is a typical example. And here we are on the beach of Ibiza, and that's our Sally, and there's our Fred fishing. Have you caught anything, Fred? And there's our George, and our Jack, and our Phyllis, and I don't know who that is, and our Jack's having a bit of trouble. And there we are on the beach again, and there we are sunning ourselves, and oh, there's a boat. And on it goes. The serious amateur, however, spends so much hard-earned cash on equipment that he cannot afford a holiday, and therefore, by employing all his skills, and by adroit use of camera angles, editing and general cine technique, produces his holiday film at home. Baby on the lawn films are another popular pastime, and look either like this, or this. At this stage, we wish to acknowledge people who supply the amateur with their equipment and materials. We of course refer to the friendly photographic dealer, without whose vast knowledge and experience the amateur cine movement couldn't exist. These good people are always on hand to help, and are only too pleased to offer expert guidance and encouragement, and to iron out the myriad problems with which the amateur has to grapple. But the dealer really comes into his own when trade-in time arrives. The other cornerstone of the movie maker's world is, of course, the monthly cine magazine, which is full of features and helpful hints and tips on how to improve your movies. And to what use, you may wonder? To what use are these films eventually put? Again, there are two distinct answers. First and foremost, they can be most useful in removing unwanted guests.
I've just got time to show you my latest film.
Or they may be entered into competitions, perhaps the most well-known of which being the 10 best. Entries into this competition are just behind locked doors, where in a darkened room an experienced panel carefully analyses the finer points of each film.
Animations! 4 stars. Saith the Lord. 2 stars.
And now, by kind permission of Movie Maker, we're able to present, for the first time, a sneak preview of this year's 10 best. We had problems with that sequence. But seriously, films are entered into the 10 best from all over the world. Some amateurs have become well known for their inimitable styles of filmmaking. I'll say that again, inimitable styles of filmmaking. different formats. Sorry about that, Bill. Advanced workers also attempt to deal with some of the more serious social problems besetting society. Well, that just about sums it up. And at the end of the day, whereas the professional might say it's in the can, for the majority of amateurs, it's in the bag.